Holy moly, look at that baby with teeth. Somebody in the comments actually said, that baby's not premature, that baby's already mature. And somebody else said, that baby's British. I don't even know what that means. Does British people have teeth when they're born? I don't know. But for though you guys tagged me in this a ton, wondering, Bentus, what the heck is going on? Why is this little baby fresh out the press, got baby teeth already in their mouth? And there's an interesting answer to it, so let's go ahead and get right into it. The first thing that we need to note is that we have two sets of teeth. We have our baby teeth and we have our permanent set of teeth. Another thing that's important to note is basically the order in which they all come in. So our front teeth actually come in first, followed by like our premolars and molars, and then actually the canines are kind of last, and then our 12-year molars and 18-year molars and all that type of stuff. And so the reason why that's important, because this baby has teeth a little bit early. Now, when you look at the development of a tooth actually starts as what we call a tooth bud. It's a little tooth bud there, and it actually sprouts almost like a plant and becomes a tooth. Now, normally this happens like, months into the baby being born before teeth start popping up, and that's why we have babies that have teethers and all that type of stuff, because it breaks through. But sometimes genetically something will happen to cause those tooth buds to grow too quickly. Now, we also see this where tooth buds don't grow at all. That's called hypodontia. And we also see when you have too many tooth buds sprout, that's hyperdontia, or extra teeth. And in this case, this is what we call natal teeth. And natal teeth is where those teeth just sprout and they go crazy early. And when you're born, they're already formed. Now, a couple things about natal teeth. A lot of the times, they're not really fully formed. If you actually look at the picture there, they're kind of a darker color. And that's because the enamel hasn't really properly formed in it. Because remember, this is not normal for these things to be happening this quickly. Another thing that we see is they're very loose, and a lot of the times they don't have the periodontal ligament, which is the thing that holds the teeth into the bone there to keep it sturdy. And so a lot of times what we do in this case is the dentist or doctor will actually just take them out because they're pretty loose and they will just most of the time just come out. And another reason is for my mamas out there, when you're doing the thing, giving them some milk and stuff, you don't want chompers clamping down on you to cause a bunch of pain. And funny enough, I believe, actually, let me look it up real quick. In cultures like England and France, they were actually seen as good fortune and even a potential for greatness if you had natal teeth. Now, that being said, I am looking that if you have it in China or some parts of Africa, it was viewed as a bad omen or a sign of misfortune. So maybe hope that you are in England or France if your baby has natal teeth like this, because then it'll be some good luck.